Hello, Wonton here. I'm in the core and the heart of Philippines, in the city of Manila. And today's video is going to be really interesting. We're going to go to one of the most historic places in all of Manila, Chinatown. It's filled with iconic Chinese restaurants that has been cooking there for generations. It's going to be all about the traditional Chinese street foods that is all over the place. It's going to be a pure awesome day. So stick with me and let's eat. Okay, so we just arrived here in Manila in Chinatown, and this is actually the oldest Chinatown in the world. And when you walk around here, you still get that old school feeling, Chinese traditional feeling. Around this area has a lot of good food, Chinese food, very famous stalls and restaurants, and that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna eat some Chinese food. And yeah, I can't wait to get this started. This is my breakfast, so let's go and check it out. Starts so interesting here in Philippines. First video was crickets and frog. Second episode was intestines and pig ears. And today for breakfast is chicken feet. It's called Ying Tea House. I'm not so sure if they serve any tea here, but they do serve a lot of food. They have the largest menu ever, but we ordered 3 different dishes here. What I got in front of me is some really nice chicken feet. I don't even like chicken feet, but she persuaded me somehow to choose the chicken feet. And we also got some dim sum. It's called Siao, and it is a dumpling that is stuffed with shrimp and pork. A large plate of chicken together with some rice and some nice sauce here. Very good breakfast, very good start. I'm going to start with the best thing first, which I would assume would be the dumpling. They're quite large, I would say. I also have a soy sauce together with some lime and some chili, so I need to dip that nice dumpling in there as well. This is dripping from the chili oil here. That is unbelievable. It becomes really nice when you have that chili oil as well. Look at that. You see, there's a whole shrimp in here. That's kind of their style. They're not mixing it together. It's all about that consistency. Nice, juicy pork flavor. A little bit sour and spicy. Yeah, damn, this is a great start. I'm dripping chili all over myself. We are moving on now to the chicken rice. This plate looks really, really nice. I can feel how soft that chicken is. That chicken is really nice and soft. And you need the rice, of course, too. I took some of that green stuff on here. I'm not sure what it is. It's some sort of herb, maybe green onions, and there's some salt here as well. It's a very common dish. It doesn't look that appetizing or appealing. It looks super simple, and it is, but there's a lot of flavor there, and it's really nice. I'm moving on to the chicken feet. Pretty sure I'm gonna like the sauce here. There's a really nice red sauce here in the bottom, but the chicken feet, they look a little bit scary. I'm eating feet with my hands. That's really funny. Okay, let's give this a try. It's actually not bad. There's a lot of bone though. Some people really like that rough consistency and they like to eat the cartilage. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I would say the sauce here is really nice. But otherwise, I wouldn't eat this normally. You can spend a whole day here and eating and trying. However, to keep the video more interesting, we're gonna move and we're gonna try several places and see if maybe there's a fun difference here. I believe it will be, so let's go check it out. arrived in the second spot here, and this is located right next to the river here, and you can sit outside. There's a bunch of tables, and it's very simple. You can choose what you want to fry. They have tons of different variants of meats, frogs, whatever, and you can either get some rice, you can get some noodles. There's a lot of different choices. I'm sitting right outside where they are frying, so occasionally you will hear some nice frying in the background. So that's the perfect environment. I am settling for fried noodles with some pork. I think there's some liver in there. There's a lot of noodles and vegetables. I got a small noodle, and let me tell you, there's nothing small about this noodle. It's a very large plate. And of course, they persuaded me to buy their frog. This is actually their best seller, and it's in a garlic soy sauce, very thick garlic soy sauce. It's also deep fried, I think, so it's really crispy. Let's start with the nice frog legs here. They're glistening from that sauce here. It's really crazy. I've tried frog legs before, actually in my previous video, and I really like frog. Here goes nothing. Oh man, that is really nice. It's like fried chicken. It's really salty and garlicky, and it's actually pretty juicy frog, not dry frog at all. Super thick and nice. I like it. I think it's time for some of those noodles. They've been waiting for me for a little bit now. They're ready to be consumed. Ready? I knew they would be good. There's nothing special about the noodles per se, but they're really good. They're really nice and thick. You got some crunchy vegetables in here, and a lot of small pieces of pork. That is some good noodles. I can highly recommend this. The frogs were really nice. Frogs are a little bit more bony than chicken. There's a less meat, but the flavors are exactly the same or better sometimes. I want to order more stuff from this place because it's so good, but we gotta keep moving, we gotta keep exploring, we gotta keep eating. Okay, so I have been walking around here a little bit in Chinatown, and I can say it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of things going on here, people selling stuff, and you can find all sorts of things, even cats and dogs running around here, bicycles, cars, jeepies, people carrying stuff. This area is also developing a lot, so there is a lot of construction. It's just very crazy, and you can definitely feel that this is a historic place. Besides from all the craziness, there's a lot of Chinese restaurants around here, and they are definitely unique. I can also say that I have not seen a single tourist. That means that this place is not touristic at all, which is kind of cool because I expected this place to be packed with tourists. And I enjoy to actually get the local feel, and that's what we're getting here today. Let's go and find a place to eat. Okay, so we just arrived in the third spot, and it's called it's called Ying fast food, and they are known to have very nice beef wonton noodles. We got some dumplings in there and some nice slices of beef and very thin and nice noodles, wheat noodles, and there's some soup here as well. And they actually have two levels here. There's a lot of people. It's super popular place. Just gonna start with the soup. Taste some of that broth. That is the golden rule for any soup. That is a little bit sweet and salty actually. Really nice noodles. Very satisfied so far. Okay, I need to try some of that beef as well. There's actually really nice chunks here, not that kind of small pieces. I like big pieces. Pleasantly surprised. I definitely cannot tell that I am in Manila right now. I think a dumpling with that beef would go really well. dumplings are really nice, but the previous one, they cannot be compared. They were really special. These ones are good as well, but the other one was just perfect. These ones are really nice too. So I have crawled up in a corner here in the 4th place, which is Heng Lumpia House. In this place they serve something called lumpia, which is kind of like a super thin rice pancake that they stuff with some cabbage, carrot, pork, and some seaweed. I couldn't resist myself. I'm also going for a soup, super thick soup, which is kind of like a Chinese Filipino dish, I think. There is large slices of pork in there, and they are topping it up really nicely with some green onions. Just gave me a sauce here, but I'm gonna try it without the sauce first. I forgot to tell you, there's a lot of peanuts in there as well. I'm gonna try with some of that sauce that was on the side here. I think it's gonna be a little bit salty. I'm gonna try. Let's look at that. It's almost like a cross between a dessert and food. Very distinct sweet flavor in there. There's also vegetables and pork, so either you will like this dish or you will not like this dish. Moving on to this super thick soup here. I'm not sure what parts of the pork this is. It looks rather interesting. It's very, very soft, very bready. I have no idea. Another bag here. Can't feel the pork that much. They mix it around with some bread and probably some eggs. That's why it's super soft. It feels like I'm mostly eating that batter. I think that wraps it up for today. Lumpia was really good food, but not my type of food. It's a little bit too sweet and it's just not my style. It is kind of worthy to try and see if you like it though. I had a great time today. We ate a lot of food. Too much food for me. Thank you so much for sticking around me today and exploring Chinatown in Manila with me. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, like, and tell me what you think of the video. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always guys, stay hungry.